This chart perfectly summarizes where we are at in the market. This is the chart of the dollar over the yen. Basically, the dollar is getting weaker against the yen. And what this means is as this goes lower, this means that more people have to unwind the trade. Currently in Japan, the interest rate is only 0.25%. It used to be 0. In the United States, it's over 5%. So what people are doing is borrowing the yen and leveraging up and getting that yield and pocketing the spread on the dollar. Now, some people get a little more degen and they buy some stocks and other stuff with it. Hence why you're seeing a sell-off in a lot of the risk on assets. Now, that was mainly for last week. We saw a lot of people unwinding. Nvidia tanked like 20-30%. The SPX, as soon as it opened on Monday, was down like 4 or 5%. And we're starting to see a recovery in the market. If you take a look at the SPX or the S&P 500, it's basically close to all-time highs. And you can kind of see the candle that we had to kind of tell you the state of the markets. Obviously, time will tell. We'll see what will happen if the trade will continue to unwind. But there are some things to keep in mind. This tweet summarizes it right here. The Japan reverse carry trade, the spark, the credit event, and the main event. So the Japan reverse carry trade is going on right now. Next thing to look for is going to be the spark. This could be like something going bust. In 2008, it was people losing jobs and houses not going up only anymore and people being unable to afford mortgage payments. This then led to the credit event. People not being able to pay mortgage payments, which led to the main event, which led to a lot of bankruptcies like Lehman Brothers and a lot of bank bailouts that had to happen. This is when Warren Buffett was able to buy into Bank of America on the cheap. This is where Merrill Edge was bought out by Bank of America. All kinds of things happened. And you can see here the SPX dropped from 1,400 or a little over 1,400 to 670 in a matter of, 3 months. So that's a massive drop for the stock market. Now, I can't show you crypto because crypto wasn't around then. Bitcoin was actually born out of this because of the bank's incompetence and basically just levering up. And leverage is usually the issue all the time for stock market crashes. So this week basically has been a pretty whipsaw week. Stocks were wrecked last week, Japanese rising rates, and now we're kind of approaching all-time highs again in the market after a bloody Monday. A lot of people are predicting a recession. Everyone seems to be an expert on recessions now. As for meme coins, there's a bunch of carnage going on with several of the take profit targets being set lower and lower. So before you'd start to get like 1 million, 2 million market cap memes, then a rug. Now it's like 500K, 400K, 300K rug. So that's the state of the meme coin market. And of course, the winners of that are Pump Fund and the devs who rug on everyone. As for some of the other cryptos, layer ones and some of the altcoins are actually starting to catch a bid. Possibly the bottom is in, or Bitcoin dominance is going to be like, nah, bruh, we still got another leg down. I do think the peak of Bitcoin dominance is probably going to be around 60, but let's see if this chart actually drops off. Bitcoin dominance going down is actually bullish for the altcoins and the meme coin market, just FYI. So in general, there is still a ton of fear in the markets. People are predicting a recession and everyone is now an expert on the recession. You know what they say. Nobody ever really predicted a recession. As for the state of crypto Twitter, it's pretty bearish. A lot of people are looking for targets to short. Jeets on the meme coins, those guys are just absolutely just wrecking charts. You just go look at a bunch of the meme coins. Like 2 or 3 days ago, some token claimed to be affiliated with Trump or whatever. It rugged at like a 50 mil cap within, it was like a day, 2 days. Of course, we had jump unwinding last week. And then on the other side, on the stonk side, Buffett sold his Apple position, or a huge chunk of his Apple position, and he is at a all-time high in his cash stack. And of course, to add to that, we're basically one step away from a global war. So I guess it's okay to kind of have so much fear in the markets. So basically, to sum it up, there's lots of fear in the markets, and people are basically predicting a recession, and everyone is now an expert on the recession. Me personally, I have no idea what's going to happen short term. I like to take a long-term approach, and just looking at this chart, this is where I think we are at. Of course, this is like 59. This is back on August 4th. The chart, we're basically at the same exact level we were 2 weeks ago. It's literally just a chop action, but I want to show you guys where my thought is. This is where I'm thinking we are. We are in the disbelief stage of the market cycle. Obviously, time will tell, and if the market just absolutely nukes and sells off, this will be a great time to allow cryptocurrency, or Bitcoin at least, to prove what it's been made for. Bank incompetence and being a store of value. This is where I think we are at. If you take a look at this section here, this becoming the sell-off before the next rally up, the disbelief section. So again, I gave you the state of the market and what it looks like. Me personally, I also have some fear, and I'm like, man, this is not good. This looks rough. And typically when you have fear like that, it's usually some of the best times to buy. But again, I'm not a quant. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just telling you what my thoughts are on the market and telling you what the opposite would be to do. Again, I like to zoom out. I take a long-term approach and ask, will they keep printing? Will cash keep losing its value? And are we going more digital? If I answer yes to all of those questions, then my thesis still stays the same. I proceed onward, and I wait till crypto becomes consensus. Once it's consensus and it's considered a quote-unquote good investment, that's probably the time to sell. And the meat of the move has already been made at that point. The best lesson I've learned in crypto is to buy stuff when nobody wants it and to sell it when everyone wants it. When all the cards line up and it's like, this is the best investment in the world and everyone believes it, that's the time to sell. Markets are designed to take your money. Don't let them do it, and don't get whipsawed. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is crypto vlog number 6. Don't get whipsawed. Don't get chopped up. Don't use leverage. Stick to spot only, friend, especially in this type of market, and always have some bullets on the side. That way you can purchase dips. And lastly, of course, zoom out. Take a long-term approach, not financial advice. If you guys enjoyed this vid, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me where you guys are watching this video from. If you want to join the premium Discord, the link is in the description below, where I talk about what I'm doing in the markets, what I'm looking to purchase, as well as being able to chat with a bunch of other DeFi degens just like you. Proverbs chapter 15, verses 26. The Lord detests the thoughts of the wicked, but gracious words are pure in his sight. Be good, be righteous. Do want to end it on this. The bear markets and the chop zones will even turn the most bullish participants into second guessing themselves. Bob Lucas, he's not out there saying like, oh yeah, Bitcoin is bearish. He's just saying short term, he has no idea what's going to happen, which is basically the same for everyone. Anyone who says they know what's going to happen short term is lying to you. They wouldn't even be talking to you if they did, because they would be loaded because they could predict the markets. But anyways, Bob giving a great honest take. Really appreciate that. He's basically saying short term, he has no idea what's going to happen. We're basically range bound. But long term, zooming out, he thinks higher, which I also agree with this take as well, or else I wouldn't even be here making crypto videos. I just zoom out and have these 3 thoughts on my mind, especially for Bitcoin and the crypto markets. Will they keep printing the dollar? Will cash keep losing its value? And are we going more digital? Keep those thoughts in your head. And whenever those change to a no, then you can second guess your thesis. Peace out, guys.